In this video, I'm going to show you 9 easy steps to create a 3D model in Blender, which later you can use for concept art. You can learn these in less than 10 minutes, and if you followed everything correctly, your concept art piece is going to look from this to that. First thing you see when you open Blender is the default cube. If you want to add more forms, just press Shift plus A and you can choose from the menu anything you need. And if you want to remove an object, click on it and press X, then delete. Once you have your basic object in Blender, by clicking on it and then pressing S, you can scale it up in size or down. And if you press S and then choose X, Y or Z axis, you can scale it vertically or horizontally. The next important step that you have to learn in Blender is how to move objects and how to rotate them in space. To move them, simply click on the object and press G and it moves. If you want to move it in certain direction, again press X, Y or Z for horizontal or for vertical moving. If you want to rotate the object, just press R and again choose your direction. The next step is how to move multiple objects in space. To do that, click on any of the objects, then hold Shift and click on the second one. And then you can choose one of the previous steps that we've done to apply it on any of these. Move, scale or rotate. So far we've been doing the previous steps in object mode. Now if you want to edit individual object, you can change it to edit mode. Now once in edit mode, we can manipulate the objects by choosing their planes, edges or vertices from the top left corner, these 3 buttons there. The third one is planes. This is useful if you want to extrude something by pressing E. Probably this is what you're gonna be using most of the times. The second one is edges, which is doing something like that. And the third one is the dots, vertices, which I'm not using at all. The next thing I want to show you in this tutorial is how to cut planes. You can do that simply by pressing K on the keyboard. If you want to cut a straight line, after pressing K, press A. But as you can see, the line is not straight again. If you want to cut perfectly straight line, you have to go to the perfect view by clicking X, Y or Z. If you want to look this figure from the top, click on Z and this is a perfect top view. I want to cut this side, so I'm gonna press the X, again K and A, and this is perfect line. Now again the same thing, press that and we can manipulate the plane that is already cut. Next step is how to frame the object and how to use the camera. If you don't have the camera here, you can add a new one by going to object mode again, Shift A and camera. Then you can move the camera again with G and rotate it so it can point towards the object. To check the camera view, press 0 on your numpad, and this is how this is where the camera is facing. You can change the focal length from here, the green camera on the bottom right side, which says object data properties. You choose your camera and then change the focal length. Now the last tip before we move to Photoshop is how to make screen caps of what the camera sees, so you can use it in Photoshop and trace over it. To do that, we click on render and render image, and this is what the camera sees, but it's completely dark because we have no light source. If you have light source there, you can delete it and use Shift plus A, light and sun. This is our sun. We can move it with G again, Z, we move it up. You can change to where it points, and it's how strong the light is. And now if we go again to render image, now it's more it's much better and the planes look much different, so you can use that to trace over instead of pure black.